Why did he do that? Why did he see something in you that?
No, just for fun.
For fun.
Yeah, we don't parent our child that way. You know.
So was he making fun of you, or was he doing something good for you?
Yeah, you know how my daughter looks like, right? I look exactly like her.
Okay.
And there's a class in opera, it's like cross gender.
Okay.
And especially young boys before puberty, before the changing the voice,
right?
Is even more prettier than girls. You can make it to the girls' performance.
Okay.
Right. So I was in that class before puberty, and I come here and grow
right
in the Canadian way,
right?
And my voice changed.
Right.
It forced me to change to another profession.
So your voice was higher, and did you play girls' roles?
Yeah.
Growing up.
I still know the technique.
Okay.
But it was impossible for me to reach that range anymore.
Did it become an all-day, everyday focus from that age on?
No, I'm a semi-pro.
Okay.
So if you are pro, even though very young, 7 to 8 hours at least.
A day. Okay.
Flexibility, range, and flip.
What was the first production you were involved in? Do you remember?
Officially, you mean if you counting by film industry, it was 2004. 2004. From a Canadian Chinese co-production back then. There was a lot of co-production before something happened recent years.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
and it doesn't happen that often right now, but film and theater, I cannot even tell. Just
one play after another.
Yeah.
All live theater, or was it a mix of TV
big and small community.
Okay.
And my mom's small company, festivals.
Okay.
And
sure.
School and class, smallest class. So I can sometimes with my mentors on the street. That's what I love the most.
Doing skits, doing short.
Yeah, that kind of street art was directly from Qing Dynasty. They have some real old street performance, like Juster technique.
Okay.
That I witnessed. I never got a chance to practice, and now everything literally just gone. Even the entire form of the performance is gone.
Okay.
It's just in my memory.
It's finished.
Oh well, you can use it in some film. They want to use it.
But live is no more.
No more.
Was it the messaging that was?
Well, if you want stories, I can give you one.
Please.
The way they draw attention, because crosstalk is like a one-man stand-up comedy.
Right.
They have another one helping them, but the way to draw attention on the street. There are so many ways. There's one way is using the white dust.
Okay.
To write letters.
Okay.
Usually you write by the brush, right?
Right.
And they use white dust to write letters.
Right.
Of course, it has some weather requirement. There's no wind, no rain, anything. You're writing it, and when you're writing it, you sing. It's like doing your own stuff, enjoying your own stuff, but actually counting people.
Okay.
You're counting legs.
Okay.
By watching the shadow.
Okay.
Because if you this is our mental. Like if you counting like this, the moment you look at them, they walk away.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like, so you're counting like this. 一字写出来，一字横梁；二字写出来，二段下。When you sing it, you're counting the legs. When you have enough legs, you start telling stories, speaking to yourself.
Okay.
With a state volume, of course. By that way, people are like, what the hell is this problem he got? Actually, is a written story.
Okay.
It's a script.
Okay.
And in the middle of it, your partner hiding in the crowd,
Okay.
joining you.
Okay.
What the hell are you talking about? Well, and you start looking at him, and you two start the performance.
Hey, Jay.
So sorry I'm late.
No problem. How's your wife?
Oh, she's fine. She's fine. Yeah.
Good to meet you in person.
Hey. Finally. Well, that's unexpected, I mean.
So, the weather?
Well, yeah, it's Vancouver, all right. Feels like London. Smells like London as well. There's a conflict, there's something, and there's an opportunity. He crawled in, like, move away. I'm not gonna talk to you, and you two start from like it's actually a comedy, a stand-up comedy.
Okay.
There's a clever guy, the dummy guy, and making jokes. After making jokes, people start collecting the money. Yeah, another partner start collecting the money in a very. I'm just doing the translation in a very cliffhanger opportunity, and you have to use different kind of jokes to make sure the people stay.
Oh, okay.
Some very
Hold their attention.
no, some very on the edge jokes like, well, it is time for us to collect money, but somebody's looking like somebody's leaving. I'm not sure if his wife is like saying hi to the neighbors or something. He's funny about. Like, at the time he's saying it, you can we have a slam called that. We call that the iron tight. The iron tight. We're gonna use the iron tight now.
How do you say that in Mandarin?
Even in Mandarin, because we performance back then, lower class people, we have our code, we have our different kind of slams.
Oh,
That
okay.
even we talk like with another colleague right here. There's another Mandarin speaking guy. He don't know what we're talking about,
Oh, okay.
right? So
It's a dialect or?
it's a slang. I talk to so many, like, I have no idea how many Mandarin, like linguistic researcher from the West. They learn the crosstalk, and they have to learn all the slangs.
Right.
And I ask that many of them are in Vancouver,
In Vancouver.
and they are in so high generation that I have to call them the grandmaster or something. Yeah, because like they joined this business in the 70s. 12 years before my born. Like, oh my god. So when I saw them, I had manners twisted. Okay, anyhow, like,
So they have great experience, is what you're saying. They have long lasting. And Jay, am I correct in understanding that you did what you did as a child with others, but it wasn't always accepted by local maybe authorities because of the message, or just simply because of the activity? I mean, was it frowned on?
Here?
No, there. Was it frowned on
No.
doing this kind of
No.
performance?
No, it's a technical thing. Opera and crosstalk are two very old technique, but later on, with communism taking over, they have to take over. Like, long story. Like, Chairman Mao Zedong actually have this strategy made by himself. Like, our army have to take control of the guns, the production, and the propaganda.
Propaganda.
Yeah.
The messaging.
Yeah, it was in Yan'an. It was before they taking over China. It was when they was bandits.
Okay.
They have this, rules
Okay.
made by Mao Zedong himself.
Okay.
like even the paragraphs writing by himself. So communism is directly copied from Stalinism. They're taking propaganda as one of their critical weapon,
Okay.
like nuclears.
Okay.
So when they're taking over, especially taking over capital, they took over all kind of
Activity.
performance.
Performance. Okay.
So what they're doing right now, it was not a bad thing from the performance perspective,
Okay.
because you don't have to work on the street,
Right.
right?
Right.
They made you theater, and they gave you ranks. They gave you military ranks. I mean, all the grandmasters, like for some of them. That's why in many of the xiangsheng performers, like crosstalk performers, they jesters, and many of them actually die in Korean War
Okay.
because they have the military duty to perform there. It's not like
It's compulsory.
it's not like that. It's more of the duty because
Expected.
they have ranks.
Okay.
The comps give their ranks, and they build theater for them, so they don't have to play on the street. But also, there's no business of that anymore.
Okay.
The system I learned was from the national or city theaters. They have their own grandmasters, but up to 2 more generations. they still
Hey, Jay.
So sorry I'm late.
No problem. How's your wife?
Oh, she's fine. She's fine.
Good to meet you in
Hey,
person.
finally. Well, that's unexpected, I mean.
So the weather?
Well, yeah, it's Vancouver, all right. Feels like London, smells like London as well.